Welcome to the Confidence Igniter podcast, and I am your host. My name is Tamiko Green, and I am so excited, as always, for another episode. But before I let you know what this episode is titled, let me tell you, or shall I say, let me remind you, don't forget, May 10th is going down in Marietta, Georgia. Stay tuned for more information. We are having the Confidence Igniter Conference, and you just do not want to miss this conference. I'm telling you, our theme is bold, ambitious, and resilient. I'm telling you, bold, ambitious, and resilient. So I really hope to see you in the space. Tickets are going on sale real soon on Eventbrite. You know I'm going to let you know when they go on sale. So I am excited. I'll be so excited to see you in the place. And with that said, let me tell you, like I said, I am very excited for our episode on today. And I really hope you are too. I really hope that it resonate with you so much that if it's your first time, you will hit the like button and subscribe. But if you're returning, that you will definitely continue to not only hit the like button, but also that you will share it. Yes, share it. So with that being said, the topic tonight is rise up. I'm going to say that again. Our topic tonight is rise up. Now, I know y'all see that I have a Jets jersey on, and you're probably saying, gotta be Sunday, right? Because you remember I did tell you I normally record on a Sunday, and this happens to be Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah, I know the Jets not playing, but that's all right. They did show up. Yes, they did. They showed up. Like all 32 NFL teams showed up for the whole entire season. All of them showed up. And I'm sure majority of them, if not all of them, had a plan like, hey, I'm going to the Super Bowl. I'm going to the Super Bowl. But guess what? It's not the plan. It's the play. I'm going to say it again. Because somebody out there in internet world probably need to hear this. It is not how we plan our life. It's also how we play it. See, they all 32 showed up, but only 2 had the opportunity to rise up. And I ask you today, in your life, are you ready to rise up? Are you ready to not only make the plan, but make the play? See, because once again, it's not just in the plan, it's in the play. Are you ready to give it your all, be all in, play hard in order to rise up? See, and I know somebody probably saying, look, come on now, this football, okay? You know, you just said only all 32 showed up, but only two could rise up and go to the Super Bowl, but only one gets the championship. One. Isn't that something? 32, they cut it all the way down, knocked 31 out and just one. Like, are you going to be that one to rise up? Are you going to be the one to rise up in your own world? Are you going to show up for yourself so that you can rise up? Are you willing to be all in? Are you willing to be all in your life? Because even though I started off by talking about football, but guess what? It's called the game of life. And we all have to show up for ourselves, not showing up in such a way that we show up playing the blame game or feeling like a victim. It's not that kind of show up. See, when you show up, you got to show up being all in, not half in, not somewhat in, not in when you want to, and when you don't want to, don't be in, because you will never rise up like that. The only way you rise up is that you got to be all in all the time. Yeah, and you're probably like, but look, T, let me tell you, girl, I be tired. There are the moments that I just don't want to rise up. I just don't want to be all in. And that's the moment you have to really push yourself. I understand. Because there are plenty of times that I don't want to be all in. And let me share a little secret. Look, I was so tired today. When I got out of church, I'm like, man, I need to go to sleep. I'm so tired. So I had to take a little nap so I could show up for the podcast. Because I truly believe somebody needs to hear this. I believe that there's somebody out there that might be going through something, that might be going through a challenge and not knowing how to get through it. And even if they will get through it, because maybe the self-talk that they're saying to themselves, they're making themselves believe that I can't do it. I can't rise up. They're becoming a prisoner of their own thoughts. See, it's one thing to be in prison behind bars. And depending on the crime, you might get out. But when you're a prisoner of your own thoughts, you're trapped. And you're the only one. You become the jury. You become the judge. You become the prosecutor. You are all of that because you're the only one can let yourself out. You're the only one that's controlling your thoughts. You have the ability to rise up, to rise above any circumstance when you don't see yourself as the victim, but the victor. Because each of us is more than conquerors. We have everything we need. We have potential in us. And for some of us, it's untapped potential. You get to choose. See, we can decide to say, I'm going to be consistent in doing something great. And guess what? Here's the thing. When you first start, like I said on the last week episode, you might not see any results. But that's okay. That don't mean you stop. I refuse to stop. See, you gotta want whatever it is that you desire, that dream, that gift that God has given you. You got to want to sharpen it so bad, like you want to breathe, like you need oxygen. Because see, without oxygen, you ain't even alive. And if you still breathing, you got some choices. You can choose to elevate or you can choose to evaporate. You can choose to elevate or you can choose to evaporate. Which one will you choose? See, you have the ability to rise up. You have the ability to make a difference in your own life. And here's the thing about making a difference in your life. Because it also makes a difference in those that are around you. How do I know that? Because coming on every Sunday or Monday, whenever you see me, okay, it's making a difference in my life. You know what? Because I say all the time, I'm not going to give up on myself. I'm going to keep it moving. I'm going to keep it going regardless. Regardless, I'm going to keep it going because somebody need it. Somebody need it. If it's motivating me and it's motivating others that I know and those that I don't know, guess what? I need to keep it moving. I need to continue to rise up. I need to rise up every morning. I need to rise up in my thoughts. We all do. Because we have those moments where we're like, man, I'm going to make it. Well, if you made it this far, guess what? You can make it even further. Look back over your life. Look at where you came from. You are victorious. See, maybe you haven't looked in the mirror lately and told yourself how good you are. But let me tell you something. When God made you, he broke the mold. I'm going to say that again. When God made you, he broke the mold. There's nobody like you. I don't care if they look like you. They do not have your DNA. Your DNA belongs to you and only you. It makes you authentic. Nobody like you. You are as good as it gets. You are the top of the top. As my mother would say, you are the cream of the crop. Yes. And that's why you need to keep going. You need to figure out what it is that you're passionate about. You need to realize what it is that gift that God gave you, that potential within you. See, that untapped potential, that is that thing that will take you to the next level in your life. It's that potential that will cause you to rise up, because that potential is powerful. It will cause you to rise up. See, you don't have to live the type of life you live in if you don't like the life that you live in. I'm going to say that again. You don't have to live the type of life that you live in if you don't like the type of life you live in. But even if you like the life that you live in, you can always rise up even higher. If you don't like where you are in life, it's okay. You got the ability to change it. You have the ability to change whatever you don't like in your life. And you might be saying, no, I don't have the ability because of what they doing in government or what they doing around me or who don't like me. Let me tell you something. If God has blessed you, can't nobody stop you and nobody curse you. Because let me tell you something. I don't care what king is out there, what president is out there. Let me tell you, let's get this one thing straight. As my mother would say, let's get this one thing straight. God is the King of kings and Lord of lords. So if he got his hands on you and he got blessings all on you, it don't matter what somebody else do. Because one man with God is the majority. Everybody else is the minority. You have the power to rise up. You have the power to live your greatest life. And it's not about how old you are. Because I get people to tell me, well, I'm at this age in my life where, what are you talking about? You able to talk, so your age is not hindering you from talking. Your age don't stop you from doing nothing that you want to do. The person that stop you from doing what you want to do is the thoughts that you keep happening that you cannot do it. Yeah, I'm going to say that again. The only one that's stopping you from doing what you really want to do and what you was called to earth to do. Okay? That thing that you was called to earth to do. That thing that you supposed to leave behind when you leave earth. The only thing that's stopping you is you. See, I think sometimes we think that, you just came to earth to just come to earth. Maybe you came to earth to have a good time, or that's what you think. But you really came to earth to be a blessing to someone. You came to earth to do something, to bring something, to give something to life. And the question becomes, are you willing? Are you willing to be all in and give that something? Or will you continue to make up excuses why you can't rise up? Well, Tamiko, I was in a bad relationship. Okay, and you can rise above that. Because I'm not telling you what I don't know. I'm telling you what I know. I've been in a bad relationship too, but guess what? I'm not going to let my past dictate my future, and I'm not going to let myself continue to be in something that I know is not good for me. Yeah, you could say, well, it's not that easy. It may not be, but guess what? Where there is a will, there is a way. See, because nothing can stop a made up mind. Nothing can stop you from rising up when you choose to. When you make the decision, when you declare and decree in your life that nothing will stop me. If God Almighty don't stop me, ain't nothing else gonna stop me. Because guess what? Wherever he wants you to be, you're gonna be there if you're willing to go. If you're willing to rise up. Yes, you can do this. You can do this. It starts out by showing up for yourself every day. Every day, show up for yourself. Do the small things. Do a to-do list of things that you need to do. And some people might be saying, well, I need an accountability partner. Let me tell you something. The best accountability partner you could ever have is called a to-do list. Because let me tell you something. That to-do list will cause you to show up, or it will show you up. I'm going to say that again. That to-do list will either cause you to show up, or it will show you up. It will show you where you're slacking at. It will show you where you're not showing up for yourself. It will even show you why you can't rise up, because you're not showing up. You're not doing what you put on the list. Little things add up to big things. So when you're willing to do the little thing, when you're willing to say, you know what, without a doubt, I'm going to do this today. And everything that you don't get finished on that list, say, hey, tomorrow's a new day. So I'm going to take what I didn't finish, put at the top of the list. And then guess what? I'm going to show up again. And I'm going to keep showing up, and I'm going to keep showing up, and I'm going to keep showing up. Because guess what? In your showing up, you grow. Yes, you grow. It's like planting a seed. If you keep watering it, it'll grow. It's going to grow. And it's going to keep growing and keep growing and keep growing and keep growing until you see it. It's going to come out of the ground. And that's like whatever you're working on. It's like that dream. It's like that goal. It's like the gift that you've been given to sharpen. And all you got to do is show up and work it. See, life works for those that work it. Yes, I'm going to say that again. Life work for those that work it. Now, if you don't work it, it just don't work. You get what you put in. Yeah, you put in nothing. You know, I always tell you, if you put in nothing, you get out nothing. It's like that song, the Hokey Pokey. Put your right hand in and take your, well, this is my left, but put your left hand in and take your left hand out. But let me tell you a little secret. If you don't put no hands in, guess what? You can't get no hands out, because you know that's what the song say. Put it in, take it out. Put it in, take it out. And if you don't put nothing in, don't go looking to get something out. And that's one of the things that sometimes we do. We put nothing in, but we want to get something out. We want to complain about what they ain't doing, what they ain't giving me. Oh, I'm sick of this and I'm sick of that. No, get sick of your thoughts. Get sick of those kind of thoughts. Get sick of those thoughts that keep you trapped and keep you grounded. Life is a forward moving motion. Move forward. But don't just move forward any old kind of way. Have a purpose. Have a purpose. Because life is about moving. But create something as you move through life. Do something great. Not just, oh, I roll out my bed, I'm here. Oh, okay. And see, if you just roll out of your bed and you just here, and then you wondering why I can't rise to the top. Let me tell you something. There is bread that don't require yeast. But the bread that require yeast, if you forget to put the yeast in the bread, it doesn't rise. So why did I say that? Because guess what? You ain't gonna rise if you don't do nothing. So that's like forgetting to put the yeast in the bread and then looking like, man, I got these dinner rolls and they won't rise. They won't rise up. Yeah, did you forget the yeast? You know that stuff that caused the bread to rise so you can bake it and put it in the oven and eat it? Yeah. But that's how it is with our life. We got to be willing to take time out for you. Take time out for you. Take time out, sit down and think about, what do you really want out of life? And are you willing to be all in? Or have you just given up on life based upon life situations? Based upon the things that you've been through in life? Have you just given up on yourself because, you know what, it's just no way that they're going to let me in? I don't even know who they is. They who? The characters that sometimes we make up in our head, or the characters that somebody else told you about. You're an individual. If you manage to do everything else that you want to do, something that's near and dear to your heart. See, let me tell you something. What I'm doing right now is near and dear to my heart. Motivating, inspiring people, letting them know that you can rise up in your life, that you can be the greatest version of you, but you got to show up. That's near and dear to my heart. Giving of myself, giving of my time, helping teenagers to see that life has so much to offer them. That's near and dear to my heart. What's near and dear to yours? See, it's when we figure out what it is that means a lot to us, what we're passionate about. And then when you think about what you're passionate about, you think about, you know what? Do I want to live my whole entire life and never get the opportunity to experience it? To at least see how far I could go. Man, if I was on a football field, I don't want to just get to the 50-yard line. No, I don't even want to just stay in the stands. I don't want to be where all the other players are at and just watching the game. No, if I showed up at the game, look, coach, put me on the field. Do you want to be on the field of life, or do you just want to sit in the stands? Or do you want to be with all of the other players just sitting there watching the game? No, I want to play the game. And the 50-yard line is good, but it ain't good enough. No, I need to get the ball in the end zone. Yeah, that's where I need to be, in the end zone. What about you? Do you want to get in the end zone? Do you want to make a difference in your life? Do you want to make a difference if you have children? Do you want to make a difference in your children's life? Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired of not having the things that you desire in life? Not being able to live the life that you were meant to live? Are you looking around your life and say, you know what? If I could change this, I would. Well, you can. You can change your life. You can rise up in your thoughts. You can transform your thoughts, and it's that transformation that will transform your life. You got what it takes. You got potential in you to live the greatest life ever. But it's going to come from you. It's going to come from you making some decisions. Some decisions to say, you know what? This is a new day and a new me. And I'm going to do something different. And I'm going to stick with it. And I'm not going to let myself down. I'm going to stick with the process. Because, see, a lot of us, when we ask other people to do things for us and they let us down, we get mad at them. And we say, you know what? I knew you was going to let me down because you always let me down. Well, let me ask you, do you ever let yourself down? And if you do let yourself down, maybe that's why people let you down. Because if you let yourself down, guess what? You just set a standard that is okay. Because it starts with you. So I say to you today, this is your season. This is your season. This is your Super Bowl right here. The moment you make a decision to do something different with your life, the moment you make a decision to be all in, the moment you make a decision to say, I'm going to rise up and nothing, nobody, nothing, not even negative thoughts, because you know what? I'm going to arrest those thoughts. I'm going to show up for myself. I'm going to show up for those that are depending on me. And here's the thing. Sometimes we don't even know who's depending on us. I don't know who's depending on this video, but I know somebody is. Somebody is. Because maybe this might be the episode that make a difference in somebody's life to make them say to themselves, you know what? I'm all in. I'm ready. And the 50-yard line is not good enough for me. Yeah, I can kick the ball from the 50, but I'd rather run it in. Yeah, I have a plan, but I understand it's not just my plan. It's the work. It's the work that I'm willing to put in, and am I really willing to work it? Am I really willing to show up and rise up? Come on, y'all. We got this. We got this. You can do it. Because I'm showing up. You can show up too. Show up. Show up for yourself. And see how you rise. See how you rise. Even though you may be going through some stuff. You may be at a point in your life that so much trouble is going on in your life, so many challenges you are experiencing. But let me tell you something. Let your trouble be your transportation to rise above all that stuff and get to the point in your life where God wants you to be. It's got to come from you. It got to come from you. See, even I can't do it for you. I can motivate you. I can inspire you. I can continue to encourage you just by me showing up. And see, every time you show up, you get a little bit better. Every time you show up for yourself, you get a little bit better. Every time you keep sharpening your skills, you get a little bit better to the point it's like tying your shoes. Don't nobody have to tell you how to tie your shoes. You already know how to tie your shoes. You just bend over and tie them and keep going. It ain't even a practice. But if what you embarking on is a practice, it's okay, because guess what? Through the practice, you're gonna get better and better and better and better because you showed up. And then you're gonna rise up. You show up, discipline yourself, stay consistent, raise the bar. Yes. Be ambitious. And guess what? You know that piece say resilient. Yes. Because when you fall, don't let nothing stop you from rising back up. Because you're going to fall, but you got the power to rise up. Yes. Well, my time is up. But guess what? We had a good time today. I've enjoyed you, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Don't forget. I'm going to keep reminding you, the Confidence Igniter Conference. Come on. I need to see you in the place. Tell somebody tickets going on sale really, really soon. I really hope to see you in the space. I really do. Hey, just want to let you know, I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. And also, please don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to tell somebody else that I am here in the space. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Well, I guess until next week. Have a good night. Bye-bye.